Yo, yo, yo! Happy 5th anniversary! I hope everyone's enjoying all the courts and festivities in JP right now. If we're being honest, I promised myself I wouldn't start a JP account, but the release of Artoria is just way too good for me to just sit here and twiddle my thumbs for 2 years waiting for her to come to NA. So here we are in JP with a brand new account, and I'm ready to roll until we get her. Like, no joke. If we don't get her with the courts and tickets that I have here now, I'll do another rolling session afterwards. I'm only at the beginning of Septem right now, so I've got a lot of courts left to farm, and then the Star Dash campaign gives a lot of courts too. So yeah, let's get ready to drown in salt. So let's start with the usual 10 tickets at the beginning. I did download all game data, so don't expect there to be any loading, even though basically everything that I'm gonna summon is brand new. Okay, that's one ticket. Yeah, what did you guys think of the 5th anniversary stream? I didn't get to watch all of it, admittedly. I missed, I think, the first 20 minutes of it at the beginning. Although, from what I'm told, apparently the beginning was just a lot of, like, shilling for merchandise and all that good stuff. But yeah, I saw the stuff after that, especially like I really enjoyed the what was it? It was like, yeah, it was the medley that they had of the music from the game. Especially like, it was really cool. You know, they played all of the different summer music. I think they played the Shimosa music. I think they went through the two. I think did they do the two Lost Belt themes? I'm not sure. I've got a bit of a headache, so it's a bit hard to remember everything exactly as it was. But yeah, especially as well, I also enjoyed a lot of craft essences. I really enjoyed like that like game show thing they had at the beginning, where they got all of the VAs to, you know, write on a whiteboard their answers. And I think, like, from what I could understand, it seemed like they were waiting for, it was either for at least one person besides Seki Tomokazu to get a right answer, or if they were waiting for somehow the whole team of VAs to get everything right before they rewarded the I think that's when they like gave the was that when they gave the 90 quartz announcement? Like, I guess they were waiting for them to get it right before they give us quartz. But yeah, lots of fun, that stream. Like, honestly, getting back to the music, the orchestra thing, that was honestly really moving. And then also the performance by Aimer, I really enjoyed too. I was surprised when they were saying how it's not gonna stay in the archive. That was surprising. But you know, I guess that makes sense. This is actually insane. It's literally been all craft essences. Am I rolling on the right banner? It feels like I'm rolling on that craft essence only banner. Not a single servant so far. Would you look at that? As an NA pleb, this is my first time getting the double roll on the 10th ticket. So that's cool. Although, I mean, I watch a lot of JP players, so there's not exactly anything new. But yeah, getting into why I really wanted to roll this banner. Let's get into the first multi. Man, literally just them showing Artoria was already, oh, for a servant, was already enough. What? Gold Assassin. Hey, Kyutsugu. Just them showing Artoria was already enough for me to be like, okay, I need her. I love her design. I know that a lot of people, well, I know that some people are kind of clowning her first ascension, but I actually really like it too. But yeah, from what I've read of her stats and what she does, she is busted. Like, she's basically the arts version of Skadi. Like, if we look through here, her first skill is essentially Merlin's first skill, the one with, so it's got well, Merlin's skill but better, because Merlin's is a 20% attack buff with a 20% charge for the whole team, whereas Artoria, I know it's Castoria, but who cares? Yeah, her one is a 30% charge for the whole team. Obviously, that it scales with levels, so you do need to get it to 10 before it becomes a 30% charge. Her second skill is a targetable 20% NP charge, and when I was first reading through, like when the news came out first time around, I thought that there's an NP gain buff on top of it, and I thought that it was only specifically for the targeted servant, but it's actually for the whole team. So it scales from 20 to 30% NP gain buff for the whole team. So already that is really good in arts team situation. And then her third skill, which is basically a 50% arts mana burst for 3 turns. Special attack against threat to humanity for 3 turns, and a one turn invincibility. It's insane. Like, I get that threat to humanity is like, okay, that's literally one of, like, it's not useless, but it's so niche. It's so very, very specific situations. Like, well, if you're facing Hokusai, if you're facing like any of the foreigner class servants minus Voyager, and then I think Summer BB is also threat to humanity. But I mean, I think it's really more of a lore reason they've got that there. I think, like, I have a feeling like Artoria, like, she's gonna be the main person accompanying us in Lost Belt 6. Like, I feel like she's gonna have like that Bedivere role from Camelot. Okay, I'm gonna do another multi here, and then we'll go and do some more tickets. But yeah, I feel like, even though it seems really ridiculous to put a really, really niche buff on Artoria, I feel like, if anything, I feel like it's there for a reason. I feel like it's not just like, oh, cool, really hyper niche buff. I feel like they're actually, for following trends, especially with what, is it Nasu? I think it was Nasu that said that even though we're going to be starting Lost Belt 6, that we're only halfway through the story of the Lost Belts. I have a feeling there's actually gonna be some more Gold Sparks. There's gonna be some more threat to humanity servants. Another assassin. Is this Kiritsugu again, or is this Steno? Yang King, bruh. Alright, okay, so it's Spook Central on this account so far. But yeah, I think it's honestly a foreshadowing, if anything. I feel like they're not gonna put a buff like that on her for no reason. But yeah, also, one thing that I find, well, not the one thing, one of the things I find so cool as well is her Noble Phantasm. So it's at NP1, it's a 30% attack buff, which scales up to 50% attack buff if you get it to NP5. She clears debuffs for all allies, so for everyone on the team. And she's got a special invincibility. It's an invincibility that can't be pierced. Now, granted, it is one time only, and even worse, it only lasts for 3 turns, so it's not like it's not not like other. It's not like Rider Ishtar's evade that she applies on herself, where that evade stays until it's been removed, or until it's, until she's used it. It only lasts for 3 turns, so that is a drawback. But one of the things I really like about it is that with overcharge, it actually stacks. Like you get more invulns. So like if you overcharge it to 300%, let's say it's an NP, NP1 Cartoria, and you put it as the 3rd NP in an NP chain, that's 3 invulns that can't be pierced. So now all of a sudden you actually have a hard defense to bring against bosses that have like ignore invul like as an AoE attack, or even better, like against solo bosses. Yeah, I find that really cool. It's about time that they had a true invul in the game, because it's annoying kind of being like, oh, like you want to use Merlin's lol nope button, but then it doesn't really matter because then they've got ignore invul. Oof. That's not a good roll. Okay, let's go back to doing some more tickets. I don't seem to be very lucky on this account so far. Okay, Battle Kamlan. But yeah, she's really good, man. I'm really excited. Like she's got really good hit counts too. She's got 3 hits on all of her cards except for her extra card, which is actually 5 hits. And was it her star gen per hit is 11%. So she's not bad. She's not bad at star gen for a caster. In terms of obviously like when you use her cards, because obviously you'd still rather have Merlin producing stars for you, or rather have 20-30. Yeah, and her NP gen, pretty good. It seems pretty good. I've already used Cartoria, like from supports, and just off of 1 arts crit, I was almost able to charge or hold bar like immediately. So that's fun. I mean, obviously it gets even more bonkers when you have her second skill active, or if you're running double Cartoria, it just gets really ridiculous. Maybe I should start skipping the introductions for the 3-star servants. I already know all of them. Maybe we'll do that just because it is a bit time consuming. Wow, is that already a limit break of this CE? Brainstorming. Okay. But yeah, so as I said earlier, with her, she's basically art Skadi. I've seen the setups. You can loop Space Ishtar with no CE. No CE. You can put nothing on her, or you can put a Bond CE on her, a Mystic Code CE on her, and she can still loop. And from what I saw, like the one I was watching wasn't NP2, but the skills were 8, 8, 10. I'm gonna have to skip here, my dude. But yeah, she in terms of farming, I feel like she's really gonna take over for Skadi, for being honest. Like, I can still see double Skadi being used for like raid bosses, because of, obviously, like her, I think was it on her first skill, the 50% quick mana burst has is it 100% quick crit buff on it. So that buff is still pretty insane. But yeah, like, I know, you know, if I get lucky and I'm able to get Artoria here, I'm definitely gonna be sticking with arts. We'll be honest, I'm not a fan of quick farming. I don't really like it. I don't like how you either need a limit broken kaleidoscope, or how you need very specific mystic codes, or how you need to bring plug suit and then another servant, or even worse when you have to bring waiver. Not a fan of it. Yeah, it's just I don't really like double Skadi that much. But man, when I was going to the summoning screen to get to this banner, man, those GSSR banners are really tempting. I really like. It's so weird because I've been playing NA this whole time, obviously, and then all of a sudden I've practically like traveled 2 years into the future, and these GSSR banners are really good. Like, they're separated by year, as in, you know, a whole, you know, first year of FGO, second year of FGO, etc., etc. But like, the key thing. Let me just make sure. Yeah, they're all limited CERN as well. The key thing is that you're guaranteed a 4-star server now as well with the GSSR, which I find really cool. Because another one of the things that they implemented for this GSSR is that they brought back limited 4-stars. That means all those limited summer 4-stars are back in their respective banners. And that also means, for everyone that missed out on Fujino, I mean, I mean, you're not guaranteed to get her, obviously, but you now have a chance. Like, she's here on the 2017 to 18 banner. She's there. You can look through the banner information to be sure. I've already read through it. She's there. So that's really exciting. So I know that in 2 years' time, it's practically guaranteed that I'm gonna be rolling on that banner on my main account in NA. Let's do another 10 roll. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I mean, just in terms of if we switch over and we look at the SSRs, obviously in 2 years' time, the state of my account is gonna change. I'm gonna have we'll have different servants. Well, I mean, we'll have more servants, obviously, but the servants I already have are not gonna change, right? But I'd be really happy with another Ereshkigal. I'd be happy with an Abigail. Would be really happy with another Maid Altar. Would be happy with Caster Nero. Obviously, I love Hokusai, so I wouldn't mind, even though she's already NP2. NP3 would be great. Sigurd's cool. I do like him. Not one of my favorite sabers, but he's really cool. I already have Ivan, but I know NP2 will make a big difference. Semiramis is here. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not a fan, but she is a farming assassin, and you can't take farming assassins for granted because there's not a lot of them, especially not ones with. I'm pretty sure Semiramis has a 50% battery, and you know that's nothing to scoff at. Then you've got Sherlock, who I've got him on my second account in NA. He was my first SSR there. I love him. He's great. Obviously, Okita Alter, really big fan of her too. But yeah, NP1's not that amazing, so yeah, that's gonna be really good though on when I roll on my main account, because I'm gonna be rolling on the Okta Altar banners. There's basically an Okta Altar banner every year from now, practically. At this point, we haven't missed a year since her release that she's had a banner, so that's cool to see. Now, the only 5-star where I would like get upset if I got them during GSSR would be Skadi. Like, I really don't want NP2 Skadi. That would just be really sad. But it's like, okay, wow, that's bad. It's like, even so, I mean, what? I think it increases the crit damage buff, so it's not terrible, but that's not usually what I use her NP for being completely honest. The only reason why I even use Skadi in like boss fights and stuff is that she's my only, she's my only big caster support. That's why. And I'm only really using her NP just for that one turn evade. And, I guess the damage cut's nice, kind of. But yeah, like, if she was one that ended up showing up on my main account, I'd probably honestly just burn her for Mana Prisms. Come on, because like those rare Mana Prisms, man. Like, whoa, Black Grail! Let's go! Man, I still don't have a Black Grail on my main account, so if we're being honest, it's kind of annoying that it's on here. Dang. Yeah, no, these rolls are looking pretty trashy, if we're being honest. I think... Oh, Mandricardo. It's looking like I'm gonna have to farm some more courts and get back on this banner later.
サーバント召喚人王子参上したっす。じゃねえよ、しました。ライダーマンドリカルド、まあ適当によろしくっす。
Hey, the bro is here. So back to the other GSSR banners. The year 1, yeah, nah, I wouldn't touch it at all, personally. Obviously, like, my opinion on this is all, it's all based for me, what I have on my account. I don't really want, I'm not a fan of Iskander. I think I've made it clear that I don't like Dantes, and it's just like, the more SSRs that I don't want on a banner like this, the more it's just like, okay, big nope. So yeah, that's a skip for me. Now the second year one is one that was actually pretty tempting because Ishtar is, she's my favorite. But there's just way too many servants on the second year banner that I don't want. Like, I don't want Ilya, don't want Proto Arthur, I don't want Tamalancer, don't want Da Vinci, I don't want Hijikata, I don't want Cleopatra. Do you see what I'm getting at? There's way too many here that I wouldn't be happy with. Like, even though the jackpot is great because Ishtar's here, there's just way too many servants that I don't want on that banner. Big fat nope on that. As for year 4, year 4 honestly is not bad. It's a really good banner, if anything. It's got Summer BB, Arjuna Altar, Kinshi Hungdi. I like Shikibu. Obviously there's Kama, King Protea, Rhinus, Jarcher, and Benny Enma. But I don't want Avenger Nobu. And I get it. I get how a lot of people really love Nobu and how she's really cool and all that. But I don't like her skill set. I'm not a fan. Not even one bit. So it's a big no. I don't care how cool she is if, practically speaking, she's hard to use. Or, there are more optimal options to use. And then as for the 5th anniversary banner, as in the 5th year, it's pretty good too. So it's got here Space Ishtar, Da Vinci Rider, as Yang Guifei, Voyager, Ruler, Lartoria, Sei Shonagon as Superhuman Orion, who's just completely busted. But it's like, I don't really want Musashi Berserker or Saber Stolfo. And, you know, I've still yet to really form an opinion how I feel about Romulus Quirinus. But yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against Musashi, it's just her Noble Phantasm is so cringy. It's so cringy. Just the English, man, I can't deal. But yeah, if we move on to, I just wanted to quickly touch on, speaking on Musashi, wow, man, it feels bad to be an Okita fan right now, doesn't it? If we're being honest, I've been of the opinion that Okita really doesn't need a buff. Like, we can all agree that her kit is outdated, you know, her skills are, you know, everything is 1 turn duration, has just 1 effect, except for her evade, which comes with a 3-turn crit buff. But the thing is, like, she works so effectively, and with double Skadi, you know, she's really powerful there. Whereas, so yeah, like, just with that, you know, I was fine. I'm like, okay, well, she doesn't need any buffs. But just the fact that they went out of their way to go and buff Musashi and Artoria, and I tried out Artoria as well, just an NP2, just NP2. With the new NP strength buff and the Unga Bunga turn all of my cards into Buster upgrade. Wow, she really hits like a truck. Like, obviously, I don't have Merlin, and she was still able to hit 220,000 on her Noble Phantasm with only her own buffs. That's pretty insane. And then obviously you can have a look at all of the demonstrations on Musashi's new buff, you know, especially with the crazy anti-alter ego and anti-moon-cancer buff, which I'm pretty sure that's a foreshadowing, man. I'm almost certain they've given her that buff because she's going to come back at some point, whether that's Lost Belt 6 or Lost Belt 7. She's coming back. She has to. That's the only reasoning for, like, adding such an obscure buff to her Noble Phantasm. Otherwise, it doesn't make much sense. Moving on quickly to the 5th anniversary costumes. I love them. They're great. Especially, I can't wait for Nero's and Okada's. They look amazing. And Arjuna's one's pretty cool too, especially the monkey. But yeah, Paul Bunyan's one, that's cute and all. If we're being honest, I don't really see much of a difference with Da Vinci Rider's costume. Not to say that it's not good, but it's like, I can barely tell the difference. But yeah, it's cool as well. They're giving us tickets for completing them, especially since, you know, keep in mind it's a beginner account, and I've already gotten all the tickets from those costume quests, so that's nice. So they're nice and easy to obtain. As for Summer 5, it's really interesting that the theme is summer camp. You know, I'm really excited to see how they're gonna approach the event story with that theme in mind. And also, the summer costumes there look really nice as well. It's also pretty funny. Speaking on Okita not getting a buff, it's funny that Sigurd, they opted to give him a really cool costume, but they're still like, yeah, we're gonna leave you hanging in terms of that buff. It's really sad, because if any of these single target sabers needs a buff, it's him. I mean, that ridiculous cooldown on his mana burst, man. It is insane. I cannot fathom who thought it was a good idea to give him, was it like an 8 or 9 turn cooldown on his mana burst? Like, I get it's a guts as well, but that's still ridiculous. As for the Summer Servants, or at least for the Part 1 banner, so they showed us that there's gonna be Summer Bryn, Summer Ilya, and Summer Kiara. Now for me, I don't really want any of them, which, I mean, that's a good thing for me, because all that means is that I can save for the Part 2 banner, and a lot of the time with the Summer banners, Part 2 is always the really hype one. So I'm pretty happy that I can just go ahead and skip that. That's not to say that the Part 1 banner is bad, but it's just that it doesn't have anything of significance for me, personally. So, if any of you guys are rolling on that Part 1 banner, then I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you get whoever you're aiming for. The key thing, though, that I really want with this summer event, come on, man, give us Summer Ereshkigal. It's about time that she got some love. I mean, look at all, I mean, as much as I love Ishtar, we have so many versions of Ishtar. Come on, we have Space Ishtar, we have regular Ishtar, we have Rider Ishtar, and Ereshkigal is still here, hasn't gotten any buffs or anything, and we don't have a summer version of her yet. Come on, man, just the welfare, just a 4-star, or even if somehow they decide to make her the 5-star on Part 2 banner, that would be awesome too. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I'm pretty sure when Kano Yoshiki put on his Aloha shirt during the stream, did y'all see that Ereshkigal was on it? So maybe it's a sign. Ooh, Gold Servant. Who could it be? Did we get her? Did we get her? Yes! Yes, let's go. She's finally here. She's here. I knew late night rolls were lucky. Oh my goodness. Oh, now I'm kind of wishing I did my rolls in broad daylight, so that I don't have to hold back my reaction. But I'm really happy with this. Oh, I can finally calm down. I've been farming quartz non-stop. Just wanted to mention one more thing before the video comes to a close. I'm really happy with their new, I guess you'd call it quality of life? I don't really know, but the fact that they're now going to be giving us sync quartz fragments for every arrow of the main story that we complete. That's really cool. So in total, if you've completed the whole story up until 5th anniversary, that's 1,046 fragments, which equals out to 149 Saint Quartz for, something that you've already done. So that's really cool. I'm really looking forward for when that comes to NA, because I do keep up with the story. So that's gonna be awesome.
Konnichiwa. キャスターアルトリアと申します。実のところサーバントというのはよくわからないですが、魔術なんかでお役に立てるなら遠慮なくお使いください。魔術はなんかじゃない？うわぁ、こっちの世界ではそうなんですか？
Ladies and gentlemen, we got her. But yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see some more FGO related content, and hit the like button if you enjoyed the salt. As per usual, more gacha coming soon. I'm on the lookout for whatever is on the Part 2 Summer 5 banner, so I might be rolling around then. Of course, it all depends on what's on there. But yeah, we'll see. Comment down below if you have any thoughts on all the new stuff coming out for JP, and I'll see you all next time.
私の霊気ではそこまでの強さは望めませんが、できる範囲で成果を出していきますね。